wanted to talk about a couple of things today. I am super excited. I'm reading about Gestalt therapy, and I wanted to talk to you guys about what it is, first of all, how we apply it in our yoga classes and our dance classes, and just to give you a little background on how you can use it in your day-to-day life, even if you haven't studied it extensively. So basically what Gestalt therapy is it's a form of psychotherapy that focuses on the experiences of an individual in the current moment in relationship to its environment and its social contexts. It also has a focus on self-regulating processes that can help an individual move forward and change on their own. This is something that focuses more on the process rather than the content. So it's all about what you're experiencing now in the moment versus what could be or what you want it to be or things in the future in the past. It's all about living in the moment. Generally, Gestalt therapy is also done in the context of two people speaking to each other, so it is a relational therapy, although there are many things you can take away from the practices that you can also apply to your own life as an individual. I am by no means advocating doing this on your own if you need to have a therapist in your life to help you through some of these blind spots. So what are some of the exercises that we can do? So the first one is the pending issues exercise. This is going to address all of those outstanding, maybe negative feelings that we have with people in our lives. So maybe our exes, our family, our friends, anything that leaves us with just a little bit of bitterness or anger or whatever it is. Those can tend to build up in our lives and cloud a lot of our judgments. With the pending issues exercise, we can start to confront those issues head on and begin to identify what they are, confront them head on, and have a release of them. So here we go. What we can do is close our eyes and imagine that that person is standing in the same room face to face with you. The idea is to simulate or mock a real and raw conversation with that person about your issues. So start to talk about what is bothering you, what they did to you that maybe hurt your feelings, or whatever the issue is. You're putting it out into the open with this imaginary person as if you're talking to them in real life. This process allows us to get those issues off of our chest, simulate the actual conversation, whether it's in your head or out loud, and feel a little bit of release based on that issue you have with that person. The second one, which is very similar to the pending issues, is going to be the empty chair dialogue technique. Now, this one is more focused on you and yourself having two separate emotions about something. Imagine that the two parts of you that are conflicting are in the same room together. And this is going to give you a chance to talk through the feelings with that person who is also you, shed light on them again, and see how you can make changes. For example, let's say you're tired all the time. The you that is tired, you would say out loud, "I'm tired all the time." The other person, which you can act out or say in your head, is going to say why that is a problem. So you being tired all the time is really taking a toll on my life. It's taking a toll on me doing things and enjoying myself. Then you would ask that person, what's going on with you? The other you is going to say, I'm tired all the time because blank, 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 blank. So maybe I'm tired all the time because I'm staying up later than I should, and maybe I'm drinking too much. Maybe I'm eating too much junk food. Maybe I'm feeling a little sad about something. The other person responds, instead of complaining about it, now tell me what you would do differently to make yourself feel better. And then actually think through with this side and think about what you're actionably going to do to make that thing different. With this exercise, it's really interesting because not only are you getting your own issues out, you're working through it with both sides of these emotions, and you're figuring it out for yourself. This is the beauty of this, is that you're working through these issues using your own two emotions, using your own two halves. Number 3 is the I'm responsible exercise. This one seems like it would be really easy, but it's actually pretty complex if you're avoiding things in your own life. The whole point of this is to perceive and accept and encourage change. What you would do is say out loud or in your mind, I have, and then blank, name your issue. Then you would turn around and say, I'm responsible for blank, whatever it may be, and I am accepting that I have to change things in order to feel blank, which is your desired emotion. You could also say something like, I am responsible for your desired goal, blank, whatever that is, without fear, and that I accept myself and others. So again, this is more of an affirmational type exercise where you're stating the issue, you're stating that it's your own responsibility to fix it, you're owning that issue, and then you're able to move forward with how you're going to change. So actionable changes after you've identified your emotion. The fourth one, which is my absolute favorite, is the continuum of consciousness. You're going to take a few moments, maybe 5 minutes or whatever amount of time you decide, and you're going to go through a stream of consciousness within yourself where you state all of your emotions, all of your feelings, all the sensations that you have in your body, and you're just going to say it out loud as they're happening to you. This is going to put you in a mindset of continuous experiencing so that you start to become more in tune with your body and your feelings and your sensations as they're happening, rather than much later when they could become potentially destructive. And the whole idea with this too is to live your authentic self, so you don't want to overlook anything. If you think something is insignificant, it's not. You say every single thing that you're feeling. It's all about shining light on your authentic feelings as they're happening. And eventually, with practice, this will happen all the time and it will become second nature. Then you'll be able to identify and self-regulate all the time, and it's going to help you immensely with your life. The fifth one is questions into affirmations. Now, this is another one that's very similar to number 3, the I'm responsible game. This one, you would take a feeling that you're having that may be affecting you negatively. Let's say, I feel really hopeless today. With that, you would say, today I feel hopeless, so taking ownership of that feeling. And then say something that's going to change that. So you could say, today I feel hopeless. I'm going to make it possible to change this feeling tomorrow to feel better, or today, or whatever it is. You can name the action that's going to help you feel less whatever that feeling is. So for example, hopeless. You're going to name the action that's going to make you feel less hopeless. So let's say we've identified that you're feeling hopeless because there's a deadline at work that you won't be able to make on time and you're very stressed about it. So you're going to say, today I feel hopeless because I haven't finished my job on time, and then say, I'm going to change this feeling by doing my work a little bit earlier next time. Hopefully all of these exercises will give us a little bit more insight onto our actions, our feelings, our day-to-day. We have the right to build the kind of life that we want to have. And Gestalt therapy is one tool in a toolbox of many, many, many modalities. And it's a humanist approach. So it's all about you being the center of your own reality, you deciding how you want to feel, what you're feeling, being able to clear that and sort of clear these feelings as you go, self-regulate, and just be able to live a more fulfilling life without all of these pending issues that may be in the background of your mind, controlling your actions. So if this is something that seems really interesting to you, I highly recommend going to check it out, read about it. If you feel that it's something you want to explore more, go find yourself a therapist in your neighborhood and check it out. You can't go wrong with being more aware of yourself and digging a little bit deeper. Thank you guys so much for joining me. I hope you enjoy. If you're interested in the book, it's Gestalt Therapy, Excitement and Growth in the Human Personality. Frederick Perls is the spearhead of this whole thing, and it started, well, you can read about it later, but if you're interested, I'll put a link in the description so you guys can go check it out. Otherwise, have a great weekend.